celebrating a loss, but what can be taken out of the fact that you were able to make that kind of push in the late portion of the game?
Well, to be able to come back for how poorly we played in the first part of the game, I guess is a good sign for sure. And we did find some rhythm in the last 20. I thought we started playing with a little bit more oomph in the last 5 minutes of the second, and then obviously we carried it over to the third. So that is one of the silver linings, and that is a good sign.
Anything you pinpoint to what sparked turning the game on so drastically on its ear?
Well, I mean, you get the goal. I think it gives you a chance, especially when it could have been 6-0 or more. I think we felt fortunate, and I thought we did a nice job of taking advantage of an opportunity that our goalie gave us.
Ryan mentioned, I think, the second intermission. He said that they got yelled at and they yelled at each other. Just what was that like in the locker room? What was the message you were trying to send?
Well, listen, I mean, every time you look along the wall with a wall battle, sometimes from the bench, to our left and to our right, you have a hard time seeing it. And anytime there's a battle, every single time in the first 35 minutes of that game, they would beat us off walls, they'd get to the middle of the rink, and I mean, at the end of the day, it's mano a mano. You got to win battles. You got to get into people. And again, I know everybody's built differently, but to me, it's way more of a mentality than anything. And every loose puck they would get knew they won every battle for the first 35 minutes.
Were you encouraged that whatever was said seemed to get through to them and spark them?
Yeah, obviously to respond the way we did is a good sign, and we've got to build on it.
I guess in the bigger picture, it's a small sample size still, but do you think there's a bigger issue you have to deal with here about how they start or how they play at times in games for 20, 30 minutes of a stretch?
The concern is how bad we can be during stretches, right? I mean, you're not going to have your legs every night. You're not going to be great every night, but you've got to manage a game. You've got to find a way to be structurally sound and learn to live another day, and we haven't found that yet. That's just not in our game right now, and it's something that we've got to understand that you just got to be sound, and you got to be below the puck or above the puck, depending on where you are on the ice. You got to be on the D side of people, and you got to make life hard for the other people by structure and by positioning. And we unfortunately right now we don't have that in our game. When we're bad, we force plays and we get panicky, and it's troubling.
Seemed like Pavel started out, went down a little bit, and then by the end he was back up on the line and with lots of energy and stuff. What did you see from him today?
Listen, I thought he got out of the gate slowly. I thought he struggled early on, so I made some changes and ended up, probably because of penalty situations, I ended up putting him out there, and he looked like he had a little bit more energy, so I put him back on the spot that he started, and I thought he had a good last 25, 30 minutes.
Just two quick things. Brady, for a stretch in the second period, wasn't out there much. Was he okay, or was that?
No, I mean, listen, we're looking for more out of him. He's got to play better. He's got to be more consistent.
And then the other thing, at the end of the second period, the power play, started that with the second unit instead of the first. Was that because they were tired?
Tired, yeah. Kreider and Mika had got caught out there, and they were just too tired to start the power play.
I guess, the push that you guys had, do you look at that and say, well, that was a desperation push by a team that knew it was trailing, or is it we started play the game the right way, and that's how we know we can play for 60 minutes?
Yeah, we had stretches of that against New Jersey, and when we do those types of things, we have a chance to win, and we spend time in the offensive zone, and are successful. And again, but like I said, it's too sporadic. Those stretches aren't long enough, and then when we do have a drop, the drop is too dramatic. And we've got to find that balance of, okay, we may not be able to play like that for 60 minutes, but your bad can't be that bad.